Hi, guys. This is Seth Rogen.
And I am Evan Goldberg.
And we are doing the audio commentary for our movie, The Interview.
Which is not out yet, but we assume is a smash hit.
Yeah, it's always weird because you record these commentaries like before the movie comes out, so you never know if they're successful or not, or failures. So as we always do, we will talk about this movie as though it was the biggest movie of the entire year.
Well, if it doesn't turn out to be a hit, I will never listen to this.
It's true, so it doesn't. No one will.
No one will.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We should say that if you hear the flicking of lighters and the sound of coughing throughout this commentary, it's because we are lighting a lot of incense and we both have colds. And that is the reason for that.
Well, winter in LA, you know?
It's winter in LA, you know? It's chilly out there.
So everything in this is fake, pretty much, but that girl, which I always think, that girl, the stairs,
yeah,
the very specific square of cement behind her, and these four gentlemen on either side.
Yeah, other than that, the whole rest of the shot is computer-generated visual effects.
Which is a nerve-wracking thing to do when you're filming at a skate park in Vancouver, British
she's
Columbia.
literally standing in front of a skate park.
And you're told that, don't worry, it'll be a giant monument in the capital of North Korea.
This girl was really funny. She
kept giggling.
She thought it was really funny, the song, and yeah, she kept laughing as she was singing it. But that was cool. She had a great voice. We didn't do it that many times. She sung it like 5 or 6 times. This is not visual effects. We launched a nuke.
This is all real coverage of that launch.
This is our newscaster who we have. It's a mix of real newscasters and fake newscasters.
This is a fake guy we got who looks a lot
This guy
like
was a great Brian Williams.
Yeah, it was
an
good.
amazing Brian Williams.
Of a modern-day Hitler.
A young, untested leader with nuclear ambition.
Kim Jong Un.
Kim Jong Un.
We are talking about Kim Jong Un.
Good evening. I'm Dave Skylark. Tonight, we are joined by 13-time Grammy winner, Oscar-winning songwriter, Detroit's own Eminem.
So we wanted to do an opening sequence, I guess, that showed, that we run kind of a tabloid show, but it's popular. We have a lot of famous people on it. So yeah, we wanted to do a show. We wanted to show that the show was, a big popular show, and that we as journalists kind of did not have a lot of credibility. And, and that we would take something like someone coming out of the closet and kind of exploit it for our worst, motivations, and just kind of squeeze every ounce of tabloid headlines out of what could be a very nice moment, essentially. And then there was a talk of who do you get to come out of the closet? And we thought Eminem, maybe.
Yeah, we both met him on Funny People, and he told us he really liked Superbad.
He knows every word to the movie Superbad.
And he said if we ever made anything, we should give him a ring, and so we did.
Yeah, and I doubt this is what he pictured when he told us that. But what's amazing about Marshall Mathers, if you will, is that when talking to him about the role and the performance and what we wanted to do, this might ruin some of his credibility or something like that. He's the most reasonable, articulate, sensitive, intelligent person you could ever hope to deal with.
Yeah, who's completely aware of every element of the
completely
joke.
Aware of it, and was really saying a lot of stuff I just want to make sure I'm not devaluing the coming out process, and that it's you guys, it's the show that is, turning it into something that is exploitive, but it should really be clear that I am okay with it. It was very, again, just much more reasonable than maybe you would think.
I just couldn't believe, when we film, we'll just yell shit out. And I was standing there, and I was like, I guess I'm just going to yell some shit out at Marshall.
Yeah.
And he just did it. He was down. He would say shit that he was even dubious about.
The funniest part of the whole thing is, as you see, he has a stone face. He's not smiling. You've never seen Eminem smile or laugh. Every once in a while, he would break and start laughing, which was funny.
And he would always cover his mouth and go, ha!
Yeah, you go, oh! And that's when you realize, I've never seen Eminem laugh. And then he, halfway through filming the scene, he's like, Seth, can I ask you something? And I was like, yeah. And he looks me dead in the eye with this face, and he's like, am I being too happy? And I was like, what? No. Are you joking me? That's never something you need to ask yourself.
are probably shocked by what you're saying right now.
I'm more shocked that people haven't figured it out yet. I mean, it's kind of like I've been playing gay peekaboo.
Gay peekaboo.
Yeah, but
Camera one. Camera one.
This is Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz, very talented man.
We have a meeting with him right after this commentary.
We're trying to make a movie with him, and if you never see that movie, he failed.
Yeah.
But if you do see it, what a guy.
What a guy. What a great guy. Tim Simons from the show Veep is one of like the funniest dudes ever.
He's unbelievable on Veep.
Yeah, and he really just is one of those guys that like personally makes me laugh really hard, and so we asked him to be in the movie.
Yeah, every movie we have a role where it's like, we just need someone really funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this role isn't really that funny. And we bring in a ringer. This time it was Tim.
Eminem wrote the rap that was at the beginning of this scene also, which was really amazing. Like, we wrote kind of a shitty version, and then he came in with, like, a much funnier old...
Yeah, and I remember we were like, wow, he's good. No shit,
Oh, no,
good.
he's a professional rapper, yeah.
Yeah. Just because we're writers doesn't mean we're not rappers, but it does.
The suits. We decided that we wanted... This is a very suit-driven movie. Not a lot of...
Unlike
not a lot
everything
of comedies with as many dick jokes have as nice suits as this movie has in it.
You're not wearing a nice suit, but you have a suit in Pineapple.
Yeah, it's true. But no, we wanted the guys to look nice, and that was like an odd choice, honestly.
Since we do not.
Since we do not, and generally the people in our movies do not at all. And
You have a suit on.
yeah,
in
but
one movie.
it was like a big choice. We were like, what if they looked nice? And they kind of dressed in a... like guys who had a lot of money, and that's a part of it.
I think also it's a New York story.
It's a New York story, and part of the story is that they've sold out and they have a lot of money.
Well, we didn't use much of it. We had a joke we didn't really use where it was constantly they would
compliment
one another's clothes.
Then it
Be
was
like, where'd you get that ass cut?
Yeah,
like, oh my
that's a
god,
nice
those
jacket.
shoes go
Where'd
with
you
that
get
vest.
Yeah, it's in there.
We
like
thought it was funny as hell.
It's in there a tiny bit, but yeah, that was a funny idea. They're always telling each other how nice each other
Oh,
looks.
it's in it before you find out he brought the wrong
yeah,
bag.
yeah, nice bag.
What is that?
Franco had this funny idea where Dave Skylark's only read the Lord of the Ring trilogy. Like, those are the only books he's ever read in his
we had a lot
entire
of fun
life.
with that.
And that's why he references them all the time.
The line I'm most sad is gone from that is when he's like, why do you constantly reference Lord of the Rings? Because it's the greatest story ever told and the only book I've ever read.
The only book I've ever read. But Franco himself has read all the books of the Lord of the Rings and is incredibly familiar with them. Which he's like straight up into them. Like
Me too.
In a way that I did not expect, though.
Yeah, he got a. I mean, yeah,
he had some deep cuts.
Him and me both have read it like 3 times. He's a well-read man.
Franco's well-read.
I literally read a book, then ask Franco what to read. Then I read a different book, and I'm not even joking.
I talked to him about what he's reading. I don't read books, though. The last book I read, though, was because Franco told me to read it, actually. The Scientology book.
He just knows good books. Great. He told me to read this book, House of Leaves, and it's
great.
It's like the greatest thing I've ever fucking read.
Anders Holm is a great guy. He's very funny, from Workaholics. What's great about this scene is I think people experience what I experience in the scene, is they're excited to see him and then devastated by how mean he is.
Yeah, and in editorial, we ran into an issue with this because we were like, no, everyone needs to laugh more, but people are just so sad to see 2 guys who they think are going to make them chuckle, and one of them just brutalizes the other guy.
And it kind of makes the scene much more effective. Again, because it's like me. I'm excited to see him, and then slowly I realize that he's being really mean to me, and I think the audience experiences that with me. They're like, oh, a funny guy. And then it's like, oh no, this is brutal. And this is something we always do in our movies, which is have something really shitty happen to the main characters early on in the movie. Like in Superbad, Jonah gets spat on. And it's kind of that. Like, ever since then, we were like, oh, if you see something terrible happen to one of these guys and they're, like, humiliated, then it excuses a lot of terrible behavior.
Well, you're like, we need the audience to be sympathetic. It's like, well, what if someone literally spits in his face?
Yeah, exactly. What if someone, like, tears him down at his own party? Then you'll really be on his side. Rob Lowe was a funny guy.
We like Rob Lowe.
I enjoy Rob Lowe.
We were on the beach with him in Barcelona once.
We were on the beach. We watched the World Cup on the beach. We were watching the World Cup on the beach with Rob Lowe in Barcelona
and his whole family.
Yeah, that was a surreal weekend.
We went to Barcelona to do press for this movie, and we also were with the people from Sex Tape, which he is in.
And Rob Lowe, we hung out. It was really, really enjoyable.
He has a delightful family. Yeah. His wife is hilarious.
Yeah, it was a great time. This bald cap looked fucking incredible also. A big thing we ran into, we soon realized, like, even a bald Rob Lowe is, like, a fucking sexy as fuck Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
And we had to go out of our way to make it that he wasn't just bald, but he was, like, ugly bald. Like, and that's why we left him with hair and we put, like, molds on his head and shit. Because
as two guys who are going bald, it can look good.
Oh, yeah, it can look great.
We're going to look great.
I'm going to look awesome when I'm fully bald. But Rob Lowe, we had to make not look awesome.
Make his head look like a taint.
This is outside. We filmed the movie in Vancouver. This is outside the Vancouver Art Gallery, or
AKA Vag.
That is what they call it.
And it's incredible how you just throw the background out of focus and make it twinkly, and it seems to be New York.
Yeah, it just looks like New York. We really like. I mean, a lot of comedies don't do this like really long lens kind of look with a lot of contrast like this, where you can't see like half of the people's faces that well. That's the layman way of explaining this, I guess. It's something that a lot of dramatic movies do, but not a lot of comedies do, because someone years ago decided in comedies everything needs to be really brightly lit for no reason, and you need to see everything really well, or else it's not fucking funny.
I specifically, when watching this scene, always think about how like you can only focus on your main characters saying their lines.
Yeah.
You only show one of them at a time. There's nothing to get lost in. It keeps you focused.
But, we thought it'd be much funnier if the movie looked like kind of a political thriller, like a journalistic thriller, one of the movie, like a spy movie.
We talked about the Insider.
Yeah, the Insider and Argo.
Argo a lot. Argo had just come out.
When we started working on it. That kind of is just about the look. Brandon Trost, cinematographer, did a wonderful job.
If we ever say we and it involves visuals,
it's him.
He is part of that.
The camera operator, BJ, is a big part of the team as well. And then the production, John Billington was a production designer. He did an amazing job. We'd never worked with him before. And
everyone else on the movie sucks.
Everyone else sucks.
Everyone else didn't do a good job.
That's not true. This fucking sweater's crazy. It's kind of foreshadowing the tiger scene that's coming. Most people probably don't realize
this sweater's one of the few things where I was like, are we straight up making a mistake right now?
Yeah, like, does he look so crazy?
Does he look so crazy?
We actually color timed it down a little bit from it was. It was a lot crazy looking, and it's been augmented slightly to make it look a little less vibrant and nuts.
Color timing is a magical process where you spin dials and then everything looks better or worse.
It's essentially you Photoshop every frame of the movie. You put the whole movie through Instagram filters, basically.
And it makes such a bigger difference.
Such a big difference, yeah.
Like the footage you thought was ruined because you shot it after sundown suddenly is not.
Suddenly doesn't look so bad, yeah. It's pretty incredible.
Okay, we obviously have to have him on to do that, so we should put that together. But we're doing this North Korea thing.
Someone once asked us, like, can you legally say that Matthew McConaughey's fucking a goat? And the answer is, I guess so. I mean, no one... It seems crazy, honestly.
Well, if not, we're getting into some 1984 shit.
Yeah.
You know what,
comedy would break down as we know it if you couldn't.
And humanity without comedy is nothing.
It's not humanity at all. But, it seems bizarre. It seems even weirder that we're able to use that in the commercials. That, like, in promoting our movie, we're able to imply that a celebrity had sex with an animal. But...
Hello? Hello, who this?
I am trying to reach Aaron Rapaport.
You got Aaron Rapaport?
I'm actually, truth be told, pretty fucking drunk while I'm filming this scene. Because this was Halloween night.
Yeah.
In Vancouver.
This is when people tried to run at the rig while we were driving around.
Yeah, it was crazy out there. We're in the middle of downtown Vancouver.
I'm crouched in the passenger front seat.
It's like 2 a.m. on Halloween, and
in Vancouver, Halloween gets crazy.
Yeah,
firecrackers for some reason have been integrated into it.
Yeah, and I was like, it's the last scene of the night.
The character's supposed to be drunk.
I am going to get drunk, and I did. I don't remember what. We generally have a lot of
Cavassier.
Liquor on set. Yeah, you know. So, per usual, I drank Cavassier. And,
I just drink Crown Royal.
Yeah, I like tequila. I drink a lot of tequila.
There was a wine phase.
Probably was tequila.
And did you just say dong? Fucking China, y'all.
Now, this song that you're hearing is Jay Chow. Who
Chow
played Kato in The Green Hornet. And when we met him, we started listening to his music.
Which is pretty goddamn
Which is pretty
cool.
fucking good. And this song has a hilarious video where he's dressed like a cowboy. And
it's like in a saloon and they're drinking milk.
Yeah, it's so weird. But it's the perfect song for like a Western dude traveling through China, because it's like a Western Chinese song.
In 2003, I went backpacking through China, and I came back and told Seth about it.
Yeah.
And we came up with this montage like 8 years ago.
This montage has been in a lot of movies that we've written, and this is the first time it's actually made it into one of the movies.
And it's so similar to what we always talk about.
We wrote this long-distance relationship movie years ago where a guy went traveling. An original draft of the
Green Hornet
started like this, with a guy having a fun adventure backpacking through China. It's just always, for whatever bizarre reason, something that like...
Because China's fucking bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, it is a weird place. It was always just something that we thought would be cool to show. And it's gratifying that we were able to. This bug is computer generated.
Yeah, I wonder if it's obvious.
I don't think it is. I don't know, though. Maybe it is.
It could be obvious.
I think most people don't think it is.
It makes people laugh. That's what I know. This is a helicopter.
That's a real helicopter. And that's actually me standing really close to a real helicopter that's landing on like a little tiny peak on a giant mountain. I remember getting up there, being like, there is no fucking way they're going to land the helicopter on this shit. And then I remember it was so foggy, like you couldn't see shit that morning.
I thought it was going to get canceled.
I did too. And then the fog lifted, and they landed that helicopter.
The fog lifted.
This was the first day we were working with like giant helicopters and shit.
This is definitely my first helicopter.
And it was a little intimidating, I guess. You kind of just have to give into it, right? Like, there's a moment where you're like, shit, is it going to be slow? Am I going to be stressful? But then there's a moment you're just kind of like, whatever, man.
Those are moments where I'm like, Jonathan Watson, the AD.
Has better planned this well.
Has planned this well. And I just stand where he tells me and don't go over there.
This is Diana Bang.
This was her
dopest
first day,
name.
right?
Yeah, this is the first scene she shot.
Yeah, she was rad.
She's from Vancouver. She hasn't acted a ton. We auditioned her in Vancouver and met her, and she's awesome. She killed it.
Yeah, you get Seth and Franco together, and some people get a little intimidated, and she just, stood there, punch for punch.
Yeah.
Really showed her mettle. There used to be music like what we both just did.
Yeah, that's why we did it. And we took it away because it made this joke less funny, which is a pretty good joke.
This fucking suit makes me laugh every time. He looks like the Joker.
Straight up dressed like the Joker.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And the face he's making.
He makes bizarre faces. It's kind of like a Jerry Lewis-esque performance. Like...
Dude,
it's all crazy. He's dressed like a crazy person. The truth is, like, we thought we had made his wardrobe crazy, and then his performance was so crazy, we had to keep making his wardrobe crazier and crazier to match the level of his crazy performance.
He's the one that added all the ascots.
Eventually, we were just like, that's the only place to go. Like, his performance is so
Top
weird.
hat and cane goes too far.
It's like Ascot is the only place we can take this.
Like that joke.
Just gonna light some incense.
Yeah, it smells weird here. Get some incense up in there.
I mean, in 10 years, Ron Howard's gonna make a movie out of this. We do this, we can interview any president on the planet. And then you can ask him the real questions.
Ron Howard's a very nice man. His daughter's great. I think he'll get a kick out of that joke. It's nice when you reference someone and you haven't insulted them, which doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
And you're just like, Ron Howard will laugh at that. I don't have to add Ron Howard to the list of people who will probably fucking hate me from now on because I've said some mean joke about them.
I miss the line where he goes, "Come with me to the land of Mordor where the shadows lie."
Yeah, that was a funny joke.
This was also, but where the shadows lie. And then he said it's the greatest story ever told and the only book I've ever read.
Now, when we told Joe Gordon-Levitt we wanted him to be in the movie, it wasn't like the role was bigger than that. We were like, it'll cut you for 1 second playing with puppies.
Yeah, and he was like, how long it'll take? Like 3 hours, 2 hours? Okay.
And then he did it. And
it took like literally a minute or two to shoot.
Yeah. You always gotta, you never know on set. On set, filming for 1 minute takes 4 hours of your time. Just because that's how it is.
Hair, makeup.
And shit.
Get in the parking lot, get back to your car.
Now, Randall, we're teasing Randall. Seth Meyers was nice to do this shit. We just sent them jokes and they sent us back these tapes. We actually went to Bill Maher to film, which was really cool.
That was cool.
That was actually very fun. This is Sam Catlin, who's a writer for Breaking Bad. and
we've been working on this Preacher show with him, which may or may not exist by the time
you're listening to this, Preacher will either be a show that's going to be on television, or we will have been the 50 millionth assholes to attempt and fail to bring the Preacher to life.
And we just popped up a green screen in our office.
Yeah, we literally filmed that in our office.
Our visual effects supervisor, Paul Linden, who's responsible for all the amazing effects in the movie, just filmed it, and we kept that temp shit because he looks like a real reporter.
Sorry, horrible cold.
Yeah, man, Halls will soothe the throat. Mm-hmm. So we all hate us because they ain't us was very funny. This amused us a lot.
Well, also because the next time it's referenced is in like an hour from now in the movie, and in order to make people remember it, we had to say it 400 times.
And Kyle and Ariel, the executive producers, had that
hate us because they
ate us, which I totally didn't remember happening. Now
this scene is blatantly promoting the use of MDMA. There's really no two ways about it. We're unhappy. I remember, like, conceptually, the studio was like, what are you saying with this scene? We're like, oh, we're saying that if you're sad and you do a lot of drugs, it will cheer you up.
That being said, emotionally, they're masking some shit with the drugs that they should deal with.
Yes, but that being said, they probably have a much better time than they would have.
They fixed that day.
We do not promote the overuse of any drug.
Drug responsibly.
Or the underuse of any drug.
It's just like liquor, man.
Yeah. This was the first day of filming. This was the first shot of the entire movie.
Should also be said that party sequence was 7 hours of filming.
But we knew it would be that short. It was kind of always.
We knew it'd be short, not
maybe not that short. The joke became how short it was. Oh yeah, this was the first day of filming.
I always laugh at how she kind of bobs her head left and right there.
Yeah. There was a lot of talk about, like, how, the whole joke is that she's, like, seducing us into doing this, and, like, how sexy to make her look versus how kind of normal to make her look later, and it's nice with Lizzy because she's so comfortable and cool, like, that, and we've known her for so long, like, those could be, like, for me, the most awkward conversations you would ever have with someone, but it was really easy with her, luckily.
Well, I think the playing field's leveled on a comedy like this, where like we have Franco running around in his underwear. You end up pretty naked later.
Yeah, it's true.
What can we do you for?
Yeah, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Now, this was really the first scene we filmed with, like, me and Franco together. And I didn't know. I kind of take an approach where I, like, take a step back and see what he's going to do and, like, how fucking crazy he's going to be. And I didn't know what he was going to do with Dave Skylark. And instantly we were like, holy shit, this is a billion times crazier.
I remember Lizzy came over to me and she was like, so do I do, like, what he's doing? Or do I keep it normal? And I was like, you do normal comedy.
Yeah. He is playing the craziest person on the...
We only have space for one insane person.
I remember I was like, oh, like, he's playing the stupidest human being.
Though now that we're talking about it, because you go crazy in the Xmas movie we just filmed. We should do something where Lizzy goes crazy.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Lizzy, she was on Freaks and Geeks. I think literally the first time she ever acted on camera was in a scene with me and Franco, and the first time I ever acted on camera was in a scene with Franco. The three of us have been acting together since we were teenagers, so it was really fun to shoot these scenes. Very nostalgic.
I'm just so thankful in the end, between her and Diana and you and Franco and Randall, like, everyone can improv like a maniac.
Yeah, the cast was ultimately very good, which was very nice.
Actually, we're aware of a small faction in the existing leadership that already wants him gone. They want change. They're too scared to act alone, and they need you two to go in there.
That little noise was added through what's called ADR,
which is responsible for 20 jokes a movie.
Which is automated dialogue recording. And it's after you film the movie, you go in a recording booth like we are now, and you can add in dialogue when people's mouths aren't on cameras. You can add little noises into their mouths. And me and Evan, we really like using it and think you can add a lot of humor to the movie very inexpensively.
If you, like we will watch the movie 10 times just
literally
try to
testing,
just get
like,
one more. Because
ooh,
one
can we
laugh-
add a like that? Yeah, like that didn't get a laugh, and now that we added that it gets what I would call a slight chuckle.
I'm sure most of you listening found yourselves chuckling lightly.
Doing shit they're not supposed to do. How can you not see it?
Several times throughout the course of this movie, like someone would improvise the idea that someone had a boner, and we kept on having to make boners
And the process was a hand towel with duct tape wrapped around it.
because our prop guy just wouldn't get boners around.
And now we have our assistant with the order to always have a box of dildos
On set.
just in case. On Neighbors, that would have been handy sometimes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we did have them, thanks to Sean Mannion.
I saw the boner.
I'm not taking my hands away.
Move your fucking hands.
I like how this scene looks. Very pleased. Me and Evan planned a lot more how the movie should look.
Jerk off these thoughts.
As I'm sure no one will notice.
Yeah, as I'm sure no one will notice at all. I'm sure you won't notice. Now, this musical transition
Is the greatest.
that cost $60,000. So, what's maybe not quite that much, but I don't know, for some reason that like transition into the CIA always felt a little weak to us, and we were gonna use a very expensive song over the end credits, and then we ultimately ended up not using it, and so it freed up some money that we were able to clear some other songs, and then
And we were just like, we always talked about transitions possibly being
just
more.
like funny transitions.
Because often you get the composer to just do a sting like...
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You would normally just cut to that shot and be like, dun, dun, dun. And we were also looking for ways to undercut it from just like what you would see in a Michael Bay movie, which happened at times. Like just the establishing helicopter shot of a CIA building. I mean, that's been in a million fucking movies and TV shows over the years. Is there anything we can do to make it slightly original or comedic? And what we arrived at was by putting Usher and Lil Jon's "Yeah" underneath that shot. Sure got in the moves make the booty go clap.
I believe if you watch closely, the guy behind Franco bursts into laughter.
Does he?
I believe
I've never noticed.
I believe so. Maybe I got it out, but I don't think so. I think it's impossible to
We
cut
might
out.
have framed him out.
No, I think right up here.
Really? Oh, he's
See?
smiling.
Smile.
He fully
He
is.
can't keep it together.
I never noticed that.
But it's the best shot of the movie.
It is a
in
good
a way.
joke, yeah.
You can't cut away from that.
It's almost, you would buy that. It's almost funny if the CIA guy's laughing.
You know what? You're right. Why can't the CIA guy laugh?
They're people too.
The bulletproof vest. You don't have one of those.
I will dodge those bullets.
What happens after you escape the compound, Dave?
This set was bizarrely cool. Like, it felt like, I remember we walked onto this set and we're like, whoa, it's like we're in a real movie.
I remember saying we didn't want to see those words, and you almost see them. What did it say?
It said something weird. I don't remember what it said. It said like American freedom or like something. It said something very patriotic and weird on the wall. We kind of didn't like it and framed it out.
American fries is what I
I
think.
think it's American French fries, which we were like, what? That makes no sense.
Yeah, why would you put that on the wall?
I think it said American cheese and French fries. Yeah. You
I
can
don't
see
remember
why
who,
we
someone
framed
just
it
said
out.
it, but we should have had
Oh,
Pirates
that's
Booty
the
and Captain Crunch on the
biggest
fucking boat at the
regret.
end.
We're so stupid. They should have given us
We can
North
fucking
Face.
George Lucas it. We put it in CG.
No, I
fucking
think because
make
we
it happen.
shot this after that. Maybe. Yeah, we should have. They
shot-
should have given us North Face coats and pirate booty on the fucking boat. So stupid. So dumb.
This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. Just the shit that goes between the two of them.
Yeah. Like we wanted, we're very aware, we're growing more aware that like when we improvise a lot, the movies can develop a stale look. And we worked very hard to come up with ways to shoot the scenes in a way that we could improvise a lot, but we would also have a lot of angles to cut between, and we would move the camera. So
It was like finding a minimalist version
Exactly.
of movement, where you
Exactly.
move a little, but not so much that if you jump between places
Yeah.
spatially, it doesn't bump the.
yeah, and just cutting and just getting a lot more angles than we would normally get, honestly, which allows you to artificially amp up the pace just by cutting between shots, which was helpful, and I think it makes it feel like a little bit less like riffy, but maybe not,
or not.
or fucking not. Who knows?
We do know that honey dicking is a funny word.
That's what we do know.
This set blew my mind.
This set was dope as fuck. This was in a big warehouse in Burnaby, which is a suburb of Vancouver.
It's a great place. has become more popular with families lately.
It's true, yes.
Burnaby's growing.
It's kind of really growing like a hipster, like young family.
We may find ourselves with a home in Burnaby one day.
We shot a lot more of this.
Of these Band-Aids.
And we heavily reduced the sequence. But
we thought it was really funny to show a lot of versions.
I know, we showed us
this.
failing like 400 times, and it was like a montage over and over and over, and ultimately, I think we were wanking our own danks a little bit, and
definitely pulling our own putts.
Definitely smacking our cracks.
Yeah.
You know, really just flogging our noggins.
Yeah.
You know.
You find yourself there sometimes.
Clobbering our knobberings. But eventually we decided...
Once we were done fiddling and diddling.
Once we were done fiddling our diddlins, we stopped jerking our jerkins. Jerking our merkins? Jerking our gherkins. There's a winner. There's the winner.
That's what that was all for.
We stopped jerking our gherkins and got down to business. So when we made This Is the End, we found this cool thing where, like... And I'd like to do it more in the future with our films, is we found a song we liked and we kind of like sampled one little clip of it and turned it into the score, essentially. That was the writer, Dan Sterling, who we wrote this with.
And he was a good actor, I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say he was a good actor. But yeah, so in This Is the End, we did it with War Pigs, and we used that one riff. And we loved how it worked. We thought it was cool. It was kind of a unique way to score a scene.
It's in the scene when they're boarding up
the house. When they're boarding up the house. So with this, we loved Afraid of Americans and thought it was kind of thematic. And so we did the same thing, where we kind of loop the opening of it and then finally launch into it. David Bowie rules. We actually saw Nine Inch Nails in concert while we were in Vancouver.
I think it was the best concert I ever saw.
It was I showed up being like, I'm going to stay for like 20 minutes and then leave. Because I was sick. As usual, because the whole fucking movie I was sick, and then I stayed the whole time because it was an amazing concert.
The lights and the stage.
Oh yeah, the show was incredible.
But like, I'm like scarred in a good way from that.
No, it was really amazing. It started subtle. You're like, oh, it's kind of a simple stage show, and then it like kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Yeah, it was amazing.
And literally everyone on the movie, like. The AD, the cinematographer, the actors, all of us wanted to go, so we all figured out a way to finish the day.
Yeah,
early.
we stopped shooting.
We literally
so
figured out a way to get out of work 45 minutes earlier, just so we could get there. I regret nothing.
What's funny is that Gucci bag he has did not look like that, and Franco himself took a pink fucking marker and changed the bag to make it look more like flamboyant.
Yeah, and we were like, isn't Gucci going to be upset?
He's like, I am Gucci.
That's my problem.
Yeah, that's my problem.
I'll take care of that.
Oh, don't you worry about Gucci.
I bet you they sell that bag now. Or will.
It's a dope bag.
Hey, it's Gucci with, a little Franco.
It is a dope bag.
Yeah.
He does look on point.
Jason Cox is filming this, who is
the same
actually behind the scenes shooter on all our films, and
he's the same paparazzi guy in the beginning of This Is the End. Who
it's a recurring character.
It's a recurring theme in our movies. We have the same paparazzi guy. It's the same world.
and he personally elicits laughter in both films
because he's funny. But yeah,
consider Jason Cox as an actor.
Do the laugh. Do the Seth Rogen laugh. Jason Cox, wonderful man. Well, he decided what would make an airplane look like a North Korean airplane was if we put doilies over all the seats. No shit. Somewhere along the way, the production decided, like, I figured it out. Doilies. That's what makes North Korea look like North Korea. This is all visual effects. We're literally on an empty fucking.
There's these women and
this one you see is real.
That little.
But the plane doesn't look like that. The plane is visual effects. This was a stressful day because we had to get rid of the fucking plane. Yeah. Remember?
No matter how big a movie is, a plane costs a lot of money.
Yeah, like to get a plane and they had to fly it in. I remember it was hard. We had to find an airstrip where they could land a big enough plane for us. Like it was a fucking nightmare.
But yeah, all the stuff around the guys is real, but all the giant masses of people behind them, the building,
and the
picture of Kim Jong Un, Pyongyang, the tower, all
that crowd is actually from 22 Jump Street. It's okay. We're friends with those guys. But yeah,
I think
this scene's weird. Should we have cut this scene? I always wonder that when I watch the movie.
No.
It's short.
It gets laughs. What's weird about this scene to me, as I always say, is Franco is facing the wrong direction.
He kind of sounds like he's doing a slight Jean-Claude Van Damme impression to me.
But we are the same.
We are different people. Huh? Yeah? Yeah.
That is a Van Damme-esque maneuver. This makes me laugh.
Yeah. Everything out the windows is CG. Everything. Like those buildings are fake, the trees, it's all mapped from footage we found of North Korea, and we made a digital recreation of it.
Yeah, like that corner is real, but the
everything else is
fake.
fake. Yeah, everything out our windows on my side is fake.
And the buildings look like what they actually do from our research.
We did a lot of research.
And the colors too, the color of that grocery store, how bright and strange it kind of is to our sensibility, and then kind of the drab gray nature of the general buildings that people live in and work in.
All that, but this one is one that I heard. I heard he doesn't pee or poo.
He works so hard, he burns the energy from inside.
You're telling me my man doesn't have to take a poo? Does he have a butthole?
He does not have a butthole. He has no need for one.
Now this song is fucking dope. I think the first time I heard it was probably in the movie Dead Presidents. Which is...
I did not see Dead Presidents, but you started listening to the soundtrack.
Because here's what then happened: is I bought the soundtrack for Dead Presidents when we were in high school, and I played that shit non-stop.
That is a good soundtrack.
It was a dope soundtrack. It had this. It had
we actually
had
did
Sly and
this.
the Family Stone. That awesome. If You Want Me to Stay, such a good song.
We did that shot of the compound from a helicopter, and then slowly
Completely
started
replaced
to replace
everything.
things with computer, and then slowly all the trees and the building and the clouds, and now it's all fake.
The only thing that's real is the movement of a the motion of the helicopter.
Which barely makes sense. This shot was the bane of my existence on this.
This shot took us forever to make
and
look like this. However you think this looks, it took us forever to make it look like that.
Yeah, and it's as good as it got, and my wife says it's okay.
My wife thinks it's fine as well.
I don't know.
Eventually, like, sometimes me and Evan will be staring at a monitor, and one of our wives will come in and being like, "What are you looking at?" And we're like, "This shot, it looks like shit." She's like, "What looked weird about the building?" And be like, "It's not a real building." And she's like, "Oh, I can't tell." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck."
Yeah, like this whole hallway, everything here except for the doors and the walls you see on that angle. But behind these two guys, all
that's
that
fake.
Is all fake.
Yeah.
That used to drive me crazy, but I think we got
like
there.
these guys are standing in front of a green screen. Like every time that's
fake.
not real behind them. That room doesn't exist. And that was it. Oh, it took.
We just ran out of money on that one.
No, but it looks good in the end. Like we added dust in the beams.
Oh, but
of
I mean
light.
when we were filming, we
we ran out of money. Yeah,
we couldn't make time to get to a room.
We were supposed to build a room, and then they were just like, "Nope, you got a green screen." These guys were hilarious. The two guards. This idea started originally in the movie. We make a joke about it where he's like, "I want to shoot that motherfucker." That was what actually the plan was for a very long time in the movie. Is like they agree to let us kill him, and the whole idea is that like we're gonna die, and we just don't know that.
I'm going pee. You keep going.
I'll just keep it going. Pee fast. And then ultimately we decided that maybe that was like really pushing the boundaries of reality. That like, do you believe the CIA would agree at all to a plan that involved us shooting him? You know, and so if you listen closely, you might be able to hear Evan pee. I'm not 100% sure, but I can hear it. And then we came up with this idea of ricin and poison. Breaking Bad was ending around the time we were writing this. That might have had something to do with it. And it just seemed much more believable. And then we came up with this idea that originally the gun is what got delivered to us in a little rocket in the drone, and we loved that idea. And so we came up with this idea that the poison gets eaten, and so we need another poison strip delivered, and that's how we kept that idea, basically.
And I'm back.
How was your pee-pee?
How was your story?
It was good. I think we might have been able to hear you pee. I'm not 100% sure.
I hope so. I have a heavy stream.
Sit tight. I am going to contact you.
I love how the CIA room looks. It just looks like a CIA room from every movie. Like, what's funny is like, I don't know if that's what a real fucking CIA room looks like. I know that in movies I love, that's what CIA rooms look like.
That's a good point.
And that's what we were.
That we weren't like, we should actually go to one.
No, we were like, we should make it look like the CIA rooms for movies we like.
Okay, so we're mega psyched about this.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to add massive scope to this movie, more so than other movies.
Yeah.
And so to us, this was like a Michael Bay kind of montage.
Yeah, it was like military porn.
But we finished it, and musically it just was unsatisfying. We tried Rolling Stones, then we tried techno, we tried all these different things, and just until we got really weird with it, did it pan out.
Yeah.
With Major Lazer.
Major Lazer and Diplo. Diplo has done good by us for fucking years. He produced the MIA song that was in the Pineapple Express, and This Is the End. And Diplo's the man.
This weekend, you had an opportunity to be driven by Diplo in an Uber.
I had dinner with Diplo in Jamaica once, and it was delightful. But yeah, I hope people like that. I hope you enjoyed that. We like the idea that like a 16-year-old kid is flying this drone from some crate somewhere, which I think is what happens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is how it works.
You ready? I think so. I'm a little nervous, but feeling okay. I think I can do it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cherish all.
This room's fake. Built all this.
This sequence was, I'm just gonna say, complicated. This whole commentary is just us talking about how complicated this movie was.
Yeah, it was complicated. I'm not gonna pretend.
I'm not gonna pretend it wasn't. Because here was complicated. This room we're in is one place. That field's another place. That room and that field are not connected. And where Lizzy is a whole other place.
And
we're filming.
That's a different.
And that's
set.
another place. And we're filming all these things literally weeks apart from one another.
Like, never did Franco actually film like that in a room with Seth or on a field.
And so, like, when he's talking to me, I'm not talking to anyone. When Lizzy's talking to Franco, she's talking to me. And when he's talking to Lizzy, he's also talking to me. And it was, for us, a lot to process.
This is where the movie, physically as a human, all went wrong for Seth Rogen as a director.
Yeah, so I was kind of battling just like a cold the whole movie, and I was like finally beating it. And then we filmed this scene over the course of like 3 nights, and it was literally freezing out. Like, and
it was halfway to Whistler up into the mountains in British Columbia.
And I was like crawling around in the mud, freezing mud, and I got sick for the rest of the movie, which was like 5 more weeks basically, and. I was in a pretty bad mood for a lot of the filming of this movie because of that. I think I was okay. I was fine. I think if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. I was internalizing a lot of it, I think.
Yeah. It wasn't apparent.
Let's talk about this tiger for a while.
It was real.
That's a real fucking tiger. We were going to use the Life of Pi tiger, but that fell through. So we couldn't afford... I don't even know. So we wound up with a real tiger. Tigers are hard to get, obviously.
Maybe more so even in Canada than in America.
Yeah.
I feel like America probably you can just get a tiger easier.
So we get a guy with a tiger. He lives in Ontario. We talked to him on the phone a few times, and what we kept joking was like, if you made like a list of shit you do not want to hear a tiger trainer say, this guy systematically ticked off all the shit on that list. Like, he did not instill a lot of confidence. Oh, they are killing machines. Oh, they will kill you.
Well, it was just like the series of events that we were like, so he was like, so first question, it's obviously in the daytime.
And we're like, no, it's
at night. He was like, okay. And
we're like, is that bad? He's like, they hunt at night. Oh, well, that's not good.
And then we wanted him to like quantify it. He was like, I'd say a 30% increase.
Yeah, it's 30% more dangerous. Yeah, 30% more dangerous. What's that? And he's like, and you don't expect it to be raining, do you? Oh yeah, it will for sure be fucking.
And he was
raining.
like, I remember he went,
oh, they don't like that. That agitates them. And
another shocking moment was make sure not to bring any children near.
Yeah, they eat kids.
It's like, why? Just they're more likely to attack them.
And so the guy shows up with the tiger. I like to myself, I'm like none of this is not fake. Like, I'm lying there with that tiger. It's running after me. Like, in my head, I was like, okay, maybe I'll go a little close to the tiger. Literally, like, right when the tiger shows up, the guy's like, come meet the tiger. You should pet the tiger. You should hang out with the tiger.
They said that was very important because you want it to
because you want to know you. And I literally, like, before I know it, I'm like just walking off with these people towards the tiger, like looking back. Everyone else has to be like hundreds of yards away from the tiger. And I'm just like being marched off to the tiger. I'm just like, okay, here we go. And the tiger, in the end, was fucking dope.
Yeah.
And pretty much did everything you would ever hope for it to do. It was very nice. You could pet it. It was.
I didn't get to pet it. I wanted to.
Its head was like the size of a fucking like yoga ball. Like it was gargantuan. Like it was huge. Like you felt like you could like put your like if you make a circle out of your arms, like that's how big its head was.
It was pretty remarkable.
It was a majestic creature. Mm-hmm. It was weird just to watch it walk around. Like it was.
I went diving with sharks once, and it reminded me of that. Like, you're just like, this is incredible.
This is shit.
And no matter how afraid you are, you're more so thinking, wow.
Yeah, you're like, wow. Like when it would run, when it would get up some speed, you were like, holy shit. And in the end, those tiger trainers were great. And if you are making a movie that needs tigers and listening to this, I highly recommend them.
Did it ever do the like?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
They put piss in its face.
What?
That's how they would get it to
because it loves piss, or
no, it does not like piss.
Well, that works on any creature.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. The tip is
This joke makes me laugh.
the worst part. Trust me on that.
This was embarrassing. You know, every once in a while I do something and I just think like my parents aren't going to like this. I like how excited Franco is that I'm shoving a thing in my butt.
Your parents love everything you do.
They don't like how much I talk about weed.
So quit it.
You're
Some
right.
goddamn respect.
That's a fake tiger. It'd be amazing if it's like, oh no. And then we train the tiger to lie there motionless for the next...
Yeah, that was hard, that training.
These dogs were actually very friendly. So we thought it would be funny if the dog like sniffs my ass once all my clothes are torn off, and you're like afraid it might find the rocket that's shoved up my ass. The question became, how do you get a dog to sniff in my ass? The unfortunate answer quickly became, I shove beef jerky up my ass, essentially. And
I can easily say it was the most embarrassing thing I've seen a human do in front of other people.
And it was, I remember I started doing it and I looked, there's like people from like the Humane Society there to make sure you don't mistreat the animals. And I was like, is this okay? And the guy was like, the dog doesn't care. He's like, I don't know why you're doing this. And we actually did it, but I was laughing so hard because like just the feeling of this dog's like nose like sniffing in my ass.
I remember there was one good shot where it like really got its nose.
I was crying. I was like in hysterics. It was, I couldn't deal with it, and it made it unusable. We couldn't.
It might be the funniest thing I've ever seen happen in my life.
It might be the hardest I've ever.
And I remember my dad wanted to know if one of his buddies could come, and he came with his like 14-year-old son, and they were watching at Video Village as this happened.
That's when it's really embarrassing to be the director and the actor sometimes. It's like when you're instructing people on how to humiliate yourself. It's like I just like locked myself in a room with 3 dudes and made them film me have a dog eat beef jerky out of my ass.
To some people, that's the definition of courage.
Like, here we go, guys. We really like the idea that like Kim Jong Un shows up in like a very unexpected way. I think like we talked a lot about giving him like this big grand entrance where there's like 1,000 people and it's like, you know, this giant motorcade or some shit like that. And ultimately, we thought it was funny if he just shows up at the door and he's kind of cute. And that was something Randall really added to the character.
Yeah, like the original character written by Dan Sterling and what we worked on with him was just really like a deceptive manipulator. And Randall brought this humble nature that immediately is apparent.
Yeah, and he made him like adorable, kind of. And then, so a big discussion was like, we were going to use prosthetic makeup to make him look more like Kim Jong Un because Randall in real life is like very fit and athletic. And we tested it out on camera like a week before filming. This statue is directly ripped off of what Kim Jong Un did with Dennis Rodman.
We had a great run. We didn't use about how many teeth the statue
he's like, oh, you gave him extra teeth. But yeah, we literally just saw that in the documentary and put it in there. But so Randall, we were going to use prosthetics on him, and then we tested it on camera, and it looked fucking just weird, kind of.
It's just fake. It's fucking fake.
And most importantly, it made him not look kind of like... What's nice about Randall is like he's kind of handsome, even though he's Kim Jong Un. Is like he's easy to look at. It's not like he's.
We kind of just decided like He's Kim Jong Un in the movie, but to try to make him, like, really force him to look like Kim Jong Un instead of just accept a reasonable place.
Exactly.
Was going to be more detrimental.
And I think, like, we just pictured, like, the hours on set fixing the makeup and touching it up and worrying about how it looks. And then, so what we did was, like, a week before Randall started filming, we were like, gain as much fucking weight as you can.
Yeah, I think he literally had, like, 6 days.
Yeah, and he just drank milkshakes and ate donuts.
He literally left the office, and then people saw him at McDonald's eating, like, 5 hamburgers.
And he gained, like, 10 pounds in a week. Thank God, most of which went to his, like, head. And his body, he's actually wearing a bodysuit to make his body fatter. But his chin, like, he kind of got another chin, which was exactly what we needed. Yeah.
This set here is incredibly impressive with the cars and all that, and the tank. And also the stuff behind them with the bar, and then there's a basketball court back there that you see later, and it's also where they party with the girls. And our guy, John Billington, production designer, did that for like 15 grand.
Which is cheap.
Which is cheap
scale of a movie.
For all that.
That's at the Argo Dome? Is that what it's called? I
don't know.
It's at the PNE.
PNE, it's at
Vancouver. I used to see I would watch horse shows in there when I was a kid.
Do you remember they used to have the biggest bull?
Yeah, the biggest bull outside, yeah.
They'd tell you how many hamburgers he'd make if you cut him up.
Now, I gotta say, Katy Perry is fucking cool as shit. And the fact that she let us do this is cool as shit.
I don't know her, but I thank her.
I know
her through her music. Like
exactly.
any other fan.
Oh, you do know her. I met her and I was a little worried. She thought it was hilarious, and she does not take her music too seriously.
Any chance she'd be at the premiere? Did we invite her? We should invite her.
We should invite her for sure. It's a good idea.
Sometimes I feel like a plastic bag.
Drifting through the wind?
Wanting to start again.
As you shoot across the sky.
This thing that Randall does there is one of my favorite things.
I feel like when that moment got filmed, I was just like...
every once in a while, as a director, sometimes you feel like someone's given you something so valuable that you didn't expect to get. It's like literally like getting a fucking suitcase with money in it. Like, and when he did that, that was the feeling I had. I was like, oh, wow. That's amazing.
And we did just release the third trailer, which is kind of predicated on that moment.
Yeah, that's in there.
So here's the thing about the tank. That's a fake inside of a tank.
But that's a real outside of a tank.
But the inside of a tank
is hell.
Is 100 times smaller than you ever expected, and a living nightmare to be inside.
It looks like they built the tank, and then we're like, oh shit, we gotta fit 4 people in here. And they were like, they'll figure it out. Just get in there. It feels like being in an engine. It feels like you're in a car engine.
And like zero concern was given to the safety of the humans inside.
Yeah.
Sharp edges and shit.
And Franco and Randall actually learned to drive the tank. And in that sequence you just saw, they are actually driving the tank, which is awesome. We actually blew up some trees.
We blew up 2 trees. The rest of it's CG.
The rest is fake.
We care about nature. A lot.
We went a little Kubrickian with our lighting in this scene. The only thing Kubrickian we will ever do.
I believe Brandon Trost pushed for this to be red because he knew how gory it was going to be, and he wanted to make it less gory.
It was a good idea because later on there's a horrific fight in this room, and that's so bloody and gruesome. And if it was not red, it would be even more bloody and gruesome, which was very good foresight on his end.
This joke kills me.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus, also cool as shit.
Yep.
It is. It looked exactly like that. Yeah.
Moose knuckle was not an expression I didn't know if that was a widely used term.
Thing.
No, people know. People know.
Really?
I think so.
Have you asked? Who'd you ask?
People wouldn't laugh at it like they do if it wasn't.
It's a logical progression. You don't need to know that to get that.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's ask around.
Please, take this printed copy of the questions. It's crucial Dave review them before the interview.
The scene was much longer before it got into her calling me a bear.
Oh, yeah. I believe in America you'd be coveted as a bear.
Yeah, the wording of that always I thought was funny. I believe in the homosexual communities of America you would be coveted as a bear.
And you were like, I get hit on by a lot of gay men?
Yeah.
It's incredibly flattering.
I'm more of a cub. That's what I've learned. That's what I am more of a cub, not a bear. This, of course, based on Kim Jong Un's love of basketball.
This is so nice. Let me ask you something. Don't take this the wrong way.
You can ask me anything, Dave.
Do you pee and poo?
You've heard the stories, huh? Yes, I pee and poo.
So you have a butthole?
I've got a butthole, and it's working overtime.
You are awesome. You know, this is so weird. You are like the coolest guy. But a lot of people say that you're batshit crazy.
They're not wrong. I'm 31 years old. The fact that I'm running a country is a batshit crazy. Hey, what am I to do when 24 million people look to me as their leader, their god? What am I to do when my father's dying wish was for me to carry his torch?
You want to know what my father said to me on his deathbed?
What did he say, Dave?
I'm disappointed because you haven't done enough with your life.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Jordan! They call me incompetent.
That's exactly what they said about me when I scored this interview.
No way.
Said Dave Skylark is stupid and incompetent.
You're handsome, competent, suave. How dare they?
I pretend like their insults don't get to me. But they do.
You know what's more destructive than a nuclear bomb?
Words.
And the people are jealous of a man like you and me. It's as though they despise us because they are not us.
I gotta pee now, so you gotta take over the audio commentary.
All right, oh God. Oh God. Hate us because they ain't us. It's
Don't
back.
screw us, Evan. Don't drop the ball.
Hey, I'm not as good an entertainer, so I am dropping the ball. Oh God. I'm totally dropping the ball. Basketball is a popular American sport invented by a Canadian. That ankles thing. Here's the story. I went on vacation 3 weeks ago for 3 weeks, and when I came back, they had added that, and I found out, having had no idea, that in the news it was said that he was limping because he'd eaten too much cheese and had developed gout or something. I don't even know the specifics yet, but they added that while I was gone, and we tested it. Got a nice laugh. That's the magic of movies these days. Since we haven't completely locked, you can still just jam something in last minute. We're about to lock the film and we're trying to jam something in still this week, and the movie comes out in like 2 months. So this is something that we shot too long on the basketball stuff, and we had this scheduled for the same day. So everything you're seeing right now with these girls was shot in, I believe, like an hour and 15 minutes. We sang karaoke. Probably one of the weirdest moments in the whole movie is coming up right here, where they kiss each other.
I'm back from peeing. I think in a lot of ways that's the edgiest part of the entire movie. For some, like, I don't know why.
Hey, dude, you just spent the fucking day with Kim Jong Un. What happened?
It was amazing.
It was amazing?
Yeah. I think it was one of the best days of my life.
What?
Smoked joints, played basketball, fucked chicks. We had the best margaritas.
Did you say you fucked chicks?
Oh my God. Kim Jong is an animal.
You know you have to kill this fucking guy tomorrow, right?
I've been thinking a little bit about the mission.
Okay.
America, you know, always putting its nose in things and screwing them up.
Yeah, overall, we did a lot of research. I mean, what did we read?
Which was new.
We watched a ton of documentaries. There's lots of documentaries where people have been in North Korea.
Some suggestions. Red Chapel.
Red Chapel's a good one.
Unbelievably
There's a
interesting.
great National Geographic one. Lisa Ling.
Vice.
Vice has some great ones. There's one that was made by like a Dutch backpacker that's on YouTube. That was actually one of the most informative ones in a lot of ways because it was a very like regular experience.
And a great book to read, an incredible book to read, is The Orphan Master's Son. It's absolutely remarkable.
They won a Nobel Prize, right?
Yeah, or a Pulitzer Prize. It's a work of fiction, but it's massively researched, and it's just remarkable.
It's a lot like this.
Yeah, it's the book version of this.
The book version of this. But
they'll release them in a double pack.
Yeah,
probably in Walmart eventually.
We actually talked to some of the people who work at Vice who met Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
One of the interesting things they said that we kind of tried to incorporate into his persona in this scene is actually one of them where this is also from a documentary. There's a documentary where it shows these bizarre little robotic-looking kids.
And they're so good at guitar that we literally couldn't find, like, without being ordered to by a dictatorship, no child can actually get as good as these kids got at
guitar. Yeah.
We couldn't anywhere.
So all this is fake.
Find
None of those kids are playing guitar at all.
I thought in the world we would find a kid.
Yeah.
Are compared to their bodies. I think it's funny. That is funny.
What's happening?
Wait, what?
They're good.
This is bizarrely like the deepest part of the film. And I think, did Dan Sterling come up with this, or did we?
It was always different. And originally the guy didn't eat the poison, so it was different.
But the basic concept was to show how horrifying
death is. It's like they always had this plan to kill a guy, and it was kind of hypothetical. And then something happens in North Korea where they actually like are confronted with a real death, and all of a sudden
it's not like the movie version.
It's not like a movie death. It's like a real horrific death. And all of a sudden, they're like, oh, fuck that. I don't want to do it anymore because death is horrific.
And Seth's character had thought about it, and Franco's character hadn't.
Yeah, and I had gone through that thought process exactly, and Franco hadn't. And so, this is ultimately what we came up with to do that.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's super fucked up.
I always think that people who see this probably think we watch and are like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And every time I'm just like, oh, God.
I'm kind of like, ha 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 ha. I like it because they don't see it's coming at all. We did spray those kids with blood, which was hilarious.
They wanted us to do it again.
Yeah.
Those kids were funny.
That was hard to get that shot where those brains blast into the camera like that. That took us a lot of attempts to make sure to get it to hit the camera right. But yeah, to us it was. I mean, I think with comedies you got to keep mixing it up, or like you really settle into a certain mindset with it, and to show all of a sudden that the stakes can change, and it's like it can be horrific and violent all of a sudden makes you realize anything could happen, is what we thought that's what we were trying to do.
So this area where we've been several times already in the movie, everything is fake except for the bench, the statue, and a little bit of one of the staircases.
We're literally smack in the middle of downtown Vancouver.
There's like construction across the street.
We're at the law courts. We're on the steps to the law courts.
The only reason we're here. We are doing this.
Kim is not evil. He was just born into a hard situation.
You are fucking stupid, and you are fucking ignorant, Dave.
Who you calling ignorant?
You motherfucker.
You're fucking arrogant.
Everything he's shown you is fake. He's shown you what
The ascot work in this scene is brilliant.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, there's 3 actors here.
Exactly. This is a 3-shot.
Samwise to my Frodo.
Boromir Sean Bean, right?
Yeah, it's the best fucking joke.
Yeah.
Boromir thing to say.
So silly.
Done after this.
I tell you, Evan, I tried to wear those glasses like in my real life, but my real clothes aren't fancy enough for them. Like there was a big discrepancy between like it didn't work with my real day-to-day clothes.
Save it for the sequel, bruh.
You can't wear shorts and t-shirts and those glasses. Those glasses have to be worn with a suit and a trench coat.
You realize what you just did?
I just saved a life, you murderer.
He's so stupid.
Request your presence at a restaurant in Pyongyang for dinner. It will be at your door in 30 minutes.
Dun, dun, dun. We should have just added that.
Yeah, we should have literally.
One day we should do a score to one of our movies that's just us going dun 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 dun. Dun.
I feel like someone did that. I feel like Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie might have done that.
Yeah.
Maybe
now this part, it's very rare that like we just completely like fuck up a joke. Like it happens sometimes, and this joke was completely fucked. And we did not film a lot of options to cover it. We just blew it, honestly. The original thing is like I try to shake his hand and he tries to stop me, and the whole joke is like that I shit and I didn't wash my hands, and the audience just did not fucking laugh at it.
I think it was just one poo over the line,
One shit too many. And so Jason Mantzoukas, actually, we show this movie to in its early form, and he came up with this joke that Aaron's a Jew. And that we recorded after. That's ADR, as we taught you about earlier, and that's why it's played on his back. So, and that's ADR also. And that's purely us fixing a horrible mistake, which we will admit to, because we're trying to be inclusive here. Otherwise, why do this?
Otherwise, what do we get in the game?
Otherwise, why are we doing this fucking bullshit? This is an audio goddamn comment. You're an hour into. If you're listening to this much of an audio commentary, you actually care about that. If you've made it this far, you actually care about that information.
Thank you. Would you like to share a drink?
ADR. We should point out every ADR line so people can realize.
Possessed the finest trait men can have. Loyalty.
I know how you feel. My dog Digby died when I was a kid, and I'm still fucked up about it.
Digby? Loyalty is what made my father and grandfather so successful.
That's right. Listen up. Hey, listen up. You.
Without a loyalty, a country is a lawless jungle.
자, 읍시다. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Welcome to the jungle. On your knees.
How else can I prevail against so many enemies? Defector.
Randall's killing it here.
This was Randall's first day of shooting.
And this was 2 scenes that we mushed into one, because we kind of bumbled it.
We bumbled this too. You know, we're still learning. I'm not going to lie to you guys at home.
I think you learn, and
we're trying to get better. We're still trying to get better. And that you can't fault us for.
Of my strength. If 1 billion people across the earth.
So, like, there was a lot of discussion about, like, okay, we've made you love Kim Jong Un. Now, how do we make you not like Kim Jong Un? And most importantly, how do you make the audience believe that Dave Skylark would stop liking Kim Jong Un? And that was really hard because we didn't want to show, like, a death camp or some shit like that because it just felt so heavy-handed. And most importantly, that's like not funny at all. And so we really latched onto this like fake grocery store idea. And we thought like if you're stupid and you've been told by someone that there are real grocery stores and then you see they're fake, that's a very like clear deception. And may lead you to believe that, oh, I've been lied to about other things as well. I hope it works. It seems like it does. This is one of Diana's funnier scenes. She's fucking awesome.
This is the scene that I've noticed girls seem to just absolutely love because the whole time, you know, she's funny, and here's where she explodes.
Yeah. This was a great parallel that Dan Sterling drew in the writing, was that like Kim Jong Un is kind of like Dave Skylark, and I am kind of like his propaganda minister, the person who is facilitating his ability to be an evil person, basically. And that's what we kind of bond over. That is not the kind of thing we would think of as writers, probably.
I might.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to argue with that. You know why you might? Because you have that attitude. Do you want a drink?
Yeah, badly. La Croix. Here we go.
This was like an idea that was added later. We did a table read of the movie, and
someone just slammed us.
Judd was literally just like, you need another set comedy piece. It was all Judd. He was just like, he's like, you need another funny thing to happen near the end of the second act, basically.
The snow's fake.
And Sacha Baron Cohen was also the one who was like, you build up these fucking poison strips so much, you need to pay it off somehow.
You're right.
And we took both those pieces of advice and we added this idea that I can't get the poison strip off, and we start hooking up and it's stuck in my hand, and it's very like it's almost like sitcom-y in a way.
Broad.
It's pretty broad
joke.
It is, but it's I think it's, you know, it works pretty well in this moment.
I think this is a fine moment to point out a certain musical gentleman.
Henry Jackman. Who does our score.
This is one of our favorite moments musically in the film.
Yeah, he's just awesome. He did this at the end as well.
Not just as an artist, but as a guy.
As a dude, he's fun to hang out with, yeah.
He's a good guy.
He uses a lot of funny jargon. Move it a bit towards breakfast, back towards dinner. Then we'll double rub that pump and we'll bring it home to Betsy.
He's got a hilarious crew.
Great crew. Yeah, and this we actually we used the score from Eyes Wide Shut for a long time,
which I'll always miss.
And we actually wanted it. We kind of tried to make it look like Eyes Wide Shut a little bit. That was kind of a visual inspiration
for this fake grocery store.
For this fake grocery store, and then Henry Jackman's score honestly just blew that other shit away, and that happens sometimes where you have a piece of music you like and the composer you can tell is determined to beat that piece of music, I think for their own ego, but that helps a lot.
This nipple joke
is wonderful. Diana says crazy shit. We had to tone her down so much because of the ridiculous shit she would say.
Without any doubt at all, if you ask who went the furthest and said the grossest shit on this movie,
for sure her.
More than Franco and Seth by far.
I think we found a good middle ground of using her saying crazy shit.
Well, you know what? Because she got it. Go too far.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
She did smack the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
There was a lot of debate about this moment, about her starting to cry, and is it weird, and
is she intentionally tricking
me? Is she pretending to cry to manipulate me? Because in the end, you reveal maybe she was.
Which I think is that's right now the hardest type of acting you could ever be asked to do. Tell a story without saying a damn thing.
It's I don't think people pick up on it. I wonder if people leave this movie thinking she did manipulate me or she didn't manipulate me. What do you think?
I think that people think she manipulated you.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she manipulated him.
You think the whole thing from the beginning was
not from the beginning?
Not from the beginning.
I think she twisted it midway.
You think once she met me, she was like, "Oh, this guy can be my guy."
I think her sexual advances in the control room is when between the beginning of her meeting you and there, she was like, "I think I could manipulate this guy." You know what? I can't.
I can't.
I think as her position, she's always trying to manipulate somebody.
I had a version in my head where she's the one who even suggested they do the interview in the first place.
That is possible too.
We should probably have talked about this. Now's a good time to figure this out while we're recording the audio commentary for the movie.
Both of our versions work.
They both work.
They both meet up before the film actually gets to it.
They're not mutually exclusive. This is a sitcomiest joke. This is the sitcomiest joke in the whole movie. This is just literally the old person hiding under the bed sheet joke.
That's what's funny about it.
And then we make it even stupider. It's the dumbest version of the joke imaginable.
And that's just the landing of his head.
He's perfectly avoiding her. It's so stupid. That's a good example of a joke I did not think was that funny, and then we showed it to an audience, and they laughed really hard, and I was like, fuck, I guess it plays. Alrighty then, I stand corrected. Which happens a lot.
You may have noticed Franco just spat everywhere.
Franco spits a lot when he acts.
A lot.
And it's
constantly.
funny because...
Like if you're in front of him, you might be getting fucking sprayed down.
Imagine how much I've been spat on by James Franco over the fucking years. And it's always our visual effects people are always trying to remove it and take it out, and we're always like, no, it's fucking funny. We like to keep it.
It's like a cartoon, but it's real.
Yeah.
Like in a cartoon when
he's like Sylvester.
Yeah.
You can trust me.
Trust her, man. Trust her.
This scene was hard to edit.
Yes.
Because a lot happens in it.
That's why she's here.
What? Let him go. No. Everything is fine.
No, we gotta kill the girl that you like.
Rooms are based on real pictures of rooms in North Korea. The decor is super fucking weird. And again, you'll notice the doilies.
We're coming up to one of the jokes we're most proud of ever making. The supply closet. So you'll notice it's a standard montage of exciting images of people getting ready. And then there's a little twist. And that twist we came up with in the moment.
While we were shooting the montage. Is that while we were planning it? It was in the morning while we were
Yeah. It was that day, and it was in the morning. We were talking about it.
We show up on set, and
we went with Brandon to look at what we were going to do.
Yeah.
And it just
we
kind
were
of
planning,
we're
pushing on this, we're pushing on this. And then we were like, oh, it'd be funny if then you push it on me, taking off my pants, and push it on her, taking off her top.
And I'll say...
And again, we had to make a boner.
The way people laugh... True. Same way. Towel. Wrap it with duct tape. Yeah. And the way the audience laughs when we watch it in theater with them, I really feel like they've totally committed to that normal montage, and it's just
yeah. It's one of the jokes I have to say I'm proudest of because it's a purely visual joke, And I often feel like we over rely on like verbal humor, like, and I feel like, you know, that's obviously like what we started doing, and like it continues to be, I would say, like the bread and butter of our movies is like the dialogue itself is what is eliciting a lot of the laughter. But I'm happy when we're able to come up with a joke that's funny that is like not dialogue based at all, you know?
We should do a silent movie.
I literally want to. We keep talking about it.
Oh yeah.
I actually want to.
You did bring that up. Mostly silent. Oh, we had a whole discussion about this.
It was based on this movie I saw, Blue Ruin, and if you're listening to this, you should watch it. Which is like, it's a funny joke. It was funny when I had to explain that to Diana that morning in the makeup trailer. I was like, so we thought of a joke where we are viciously fucking each other in the supply room. But again, Diana's so cool. She's like, great, cool. 16 million. This shot, every time it goes over to him, I'm impressed that the focus hits. And I get nervous that the focus isn't going to hit every single time I watch the scene. Boom, but it does. It doesn't seem like it should.
See you, Japan.
Why don't we swim?
Can't swim that.
Oh, I'm a good swimmer.
It's really, really far.
People have done it.
Nope.
This scene was entirely improvised, I think. Like, I think everything in this scene that we say is improvised.
I don't remember. Well, not the facts.
Yeah, everything but that. No, because in the script, what the scene was all about was him getting me to admit that I had sex with Sook at some point, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was like, I'm going to move my hand around your body and you show me where you came.
We improvised, and then we were like, maybe we should talk about the escape and what might happen and that we might die. And then all this was made up.
This was written.
Wasn't it? No, because the idea of the tell-all came up as we were filming, I think.
I know that the I love you thing.
No, I think we came up with that as we were filming.
Maybe you're right.
Again, and when I say improvised, me and Franco are not often the ones coming up with it. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who are writing jokes and providing them to us.
Yeah, largely Dan Sterling, Kyle Hunter, Ariel Shafir. Ariel and Kyle were executive producers.
Yeah. Now, sometimes for scenes, we literally go through like hundreds of songs to find out which song we should use. Like that montage of the military shit. We went through probably like 100 songs to get to that song.
That was the first.
There's only ever been this song, and this is the only song we've ever had in here.
I think this is one of those scenes that is literally like something that just popped into one of our heads. I think you thought of this whole
thing. I did. I literally remember I remember when it happened. I was walking to my weed dispensary and I was listening to my iPod and this song came on and we were writing the movie. We were getting ready to go film it. And
I feel like you thought of like every shot of this.
Yeah, and I just pictured it. I was like, oh, like we've never, like this is the moment where you're starting to think maybe he is bad. And I thought it'd be cool to like reestablish him almost as a new character and like give him the montage that you almost expect when you first see him. And I was listening to that song and I just pictured it. I pictured him walking, smoking a cigar and shit.
It worked.
It worked. And that is from the movie Belly. Yeah. Straight up.
Which has awesome shots.
Yeah, which has, and it's from, that's probably where I thought of it, honestly. There's like a slow motion montage of like a guy walking as that song.
That one, and the colors keep changing in that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is using a puppy to make everyone feel emotion.
This was a big swing.
It's a beautiful little puppy.
Every once in a while you like commit yourself to a joke and we're like, okay, so we're really doing this fucking puppy thing.
But the thing is, even if it's not a joke.
Yeah, people love puppies. The whole reason that is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel is that I have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel named Zelda, who's the best dog ever. And we wanted to use Zelda for the later dog, and so we cast a puppy version of Zelda.
And I remember I said, if I can find a cuter dog than Zelda, we're going with a cuter dog.
Oh, and I was fine with that.
Yeah,
because I knew.
And I genuinely, like, I'm not like joking. I looked. I tried to find a cuter dog because I was like, the movie comes first, man.
There's no cuter dog than a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
As a puppy
they are
and
the
as
most,
a grown-up.
They are the most sympathy-inspiring
They have
dogs.
the ears and the eyes. Their eyes are bulging out.
They have puppy dog eyes.
And then they grow like silly amounts of
fur.
hair.
She has like Grinch hands.
Their fur, they look like brooms smushed down.
Look at that dog. Come on. It melts your heart.
I don't have a dog yet. I don't know what to get.
You get a Cavalier, man.
That'd be pretty cool.
They're great dogs. I'll hook you up.
I like Labradoodles.
Oh, Labradors are. I like bigger. If I could get a bigger dog, Lauren doesn't like them. Anyway, this has gone way off the rails.
Dogs are good.
So this part
This is very complicated.
We wanted to give it, again, it's based on movies that we've seen. Like, we like it. I remember we talked about, like,
we view ourselves as a collection of things ripped off.
Yeah, I remember saying, like, I love it in movies when something's happening on TV and you feel like you really get the sense that it's happening all over the world and people all over the world are watching it. And so we thought, so we did this, and we thought, for literally no reason, we showed it to...
This military shit makes us laugh.
The only reason that we show that tent is because it's cheap. It was like a cheap way to show scope.
This is supposed to be the DMZ.
That's supposed to be the DMZ. That's what it looks like.
And the way the DMZ works is half of it's North Koreans, half of it's South Koreans. They never cross the middle.
Exactly. And we a lot of those sets are tiny and barely bigger than what you're literally seeing on camera. They almost are like SNL sets. I mean, they're like 3-wall sets. And we built tons of them in an attempt to make it seem like, you know, millions of people all over the world were watching this, basically. Which, again, scope is something... Now, and this was also complicated because we wanted the interview to match up with everything that was happening in the control room and make it seamless, make it continuous. So we had to essentially film like a 20-minute interview between Dave Skylark and Kim Jong Un to give ourselves enough material that we could cut to the control room, back to us, to the people watching it.
And there are the cameras that are filming it in the context of the movie, and then the cameras filming those cameras outside of the actual film.
And we wanted to only ever use video cameras on the video monitors and film cameras filming, you know, it's not film, it's also video, but it's the lenses. It's these anamorphic lenses.
Insist that countries like yours have none. Does that feel hypocritical to you?
Many Americans do not realize that the war in North Korea was entirely the fault of the United States.
Damn! Kim's calling us out.
You really are still hopeful?
No, I'm not hopeful at all. He's totally bailed on the plan.
America, what you done to these Koreans?
This is a little embarrassing.
So when you think of all that your country has been through,
and then it moves a little bit closer with these shots, like it inches forward basically, and there's very little movement now, and then it gets more movement. Again, this is something that like literally makes me and Evan happy, and no one else on fucking Earth will probably ever notice.
There's a few.
There's a few, but this is just the things that we think about. Now, this was kind of the scariest moment in the whole movie, honestly. Like, the first time we screened the movie, that was the moment I was most worried for, because I was afraid people would laugh.
Yeah, be like,
because,
oh.
It's like the moment where things actually get a little bit serious, and we're trying to really combine, like, the reality of North Korea with the humor and story of the movie. And it's actually, it's one of the rare times you're praying people don't laugh. And I remember the first time it happened, there was like dead silence in the theater, and I was like fucking thrilled about that. And I was like, ooh, that means they're with it. It means that it's not a tonal shift to them. You know what I mean?
We have a great bounty of food in North Korea.
what I saw for myself was...
Doilies?
Doilies.
You see the doilies? That means North Korea.
Traditional North Korean doily. Murals. There's one behind him. There's a lot of murals.
Now this dude, the stuntman who plays that guy, was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, he's like the Bruce Springsteen of stuntmen.
Yeah, like, we shot this whole fight scene with me and him in one day, and it's like the amount of energy he gives, his screaming, I mean, all that shit. It was very, very impressive, this guy. He was awesome.
Like, he must have been bruised and, like, down for a few days.
I did an interview the other day, and the journalist was the first one to point out, she's like, I totally got the finger biting. It was a hilarious Lord of the Rings reference. I was like, you are actually the first person to point that out. No one
ever notices. People just think we're doing it for no reason.
Perhaps the question you should ask is, how have I managed to keep my country so well-nourished despite...
There's still time. Is there an ADR that could make that make more sense?
He says just like Frodo.
But earlier.
No, I don't think so. It's okay.
Don't you know that the United States has a more incarcerated people per capita than North Korea?
No, but...
So perhaps now you would like to return to the civil discussion we had originally agreed upon.
Yeah, this fight scene, like, is very violent and gross. We kind of, like, the interview's so slow and long that we just thought, like, you need something to literally get, like, the audience's heart pounding and remind them that anything could still happen. And so this finger biting thing to us became a good way of doing that. It's totally unexpected. It really amps up the stakes instantly.
And it works so well because the first finger, it's like, oh, Lord of the Rings, funny, exciting, it's over.
And then it keeps happening. By the third one, people just can't believe it.
And I feel like with a lot of people, the second one, they're like, come on. And then the third one, they're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. But honestly, the reason we do that is so like, it literally is like a way to get your heart pounding faster, like to kind of just raise up the tension and the stakes a bit in what could be a slower moment of the movie. And it's fucking gross though. It probably was like one of the most highly debated moments of the whole movie, right?
Yeah, for sure. My wife still thinks it's wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do.
And my wife is a very smart person who I trust, and she's beautiful. Let's just have that be said. In case she ever listens.
She won't.
She won't. True.
These fingers were so gross looking.
The fact that you spit one out of your mouth is
pretty gross.
This is funny though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Makes me laugh every time. Now, this anal impalement joke, I remember Dan Sterling wrote that. And we were like, we're really doing this, huh? And then we came up with the idea that it's controlling the angles. That was like an idea we added later, is that like I'm trying to direct the show as the fight is happening, basically.
It's small, but it's good.
It's small, but it adds a lot.
It gives like an element.
Yeah. It adds shape to the whole thing, and it makes it feel like we're not just...
Ew.
That part, again, highly debated, but I think it makes Sook look like a badass.
I'd have toned it down a little.
Yeah, you know what? That's why we're
But you felt more strongly, I can tell.
I did.
Us debating how much of a guy's brains to pull out.
Incapable of conducting a real interview. You're a joke.
This is where I'm so thankful Randall's a good actor. We didn't know. We literally didn't know if he could do any of this shit.
Nick Stoller told us.
He's so good, I think.
In my head, he's one of the greatest actors in the world now.
This might be our most masturbatory audio commentary, perhaps.
Hey,
we could literally jack off.
No one can see us. Maybe we have been. Oh, for me, it's more like... No, more like...
Yeah. I do this.
And Bonanza plays as it happens.
Franco's a great actor, and he can cry, and it's not easy for him. I remember you were like, "We're gonna do it again. Can you start crying?" And he's like, "I'm actually crying."
Yeah. He was like, "I don't mean to be difficult, but like, I gotta like get to a place and stuff." Like,
you're like, "Oh,
I don't just."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I thought you just cried." Nah, man,
just cry.
It's a thing.
He's like, "No, I'm really crying." Randall too.
Drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
Again, this was all Franco's idea.
Yep.
Like, we did not have him singing this in the interview at the end, and it was... I think it came up while we were filming the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
He was like, the interview at the end, and God bless him. And this is why it literally frightens me to think about making a movie without Franco, because of how much he contributes to them. And this is arguably the best part of the entire movie. And I remember he was like, it has to be crazier. I should sing fireworks to him, and that's what makes him cry, straight up. And he could not have been more correct. Like,
thank you, James.
Thank you, James Franco. And when Randall cries along with the song is, again, something he did where I was like, I've literally felt like someone gave me a fucking brick of gold. You just want to, like, hug them. It's so funny. And it totally, and none of it was because of us.
Hey man,
we filmed it.
We pushed in on it. I guess Brandon filmed it.
Yeah, I know he pushed in on it. These control room guys were great.
Yeah. Everyone did their part on this scene.
Now this shark was highly debated.
Man,
we filmed it being like, we were like, we should just film it.
We filmed it slightly ashamed of ourselves.
And then we showed the movie to Jonah Hill, actually. And he's like, I love this movie. I have one note. Is there any way you could make him shit himself? me.
And we were like, we have it, but
we were like,
can't.
we actually
and
filmed
he was just
it.
like, you have
He's
to.
like, you have to fucking do that. He
And,
was like,
and
how
we were just
often-
like, Jonah, we're trying to make it like a little more mature.
He's like, no, do it. And then we didn't even test it for a while. And then we finally tested it with an audience, and it like got such a big laugh. And we were
It
like,
used to just be that he kind of had a little snot come out of his nose.
oh yeah, it was gross. He had booger come out of his nose.
And Jonah was just like, it's a full circle if he just shits his pants.
Yeah, he's like, how often is a guy shitting his pants like an organic payoff to a joke? And we're like, yeah, it's a good point.
So thank you, Jonah.
This gun is bigger than fucking Diana is.
We came up with that the night before, I think, and she came to work, and we were like, so we came up with a new idea.
It was like a week before. But again, we felt like the end didn't have enough action. And so as we were filming the movie, we were coming up with ways to add more action in the end. And this idea was something we came up with, which is that there's like all these guys trying to get in, and she kills them all. And we literally told them, we were like, just get the biggest gun humanly possible.
I thought everyone lied about you. And then I saw that fake grapefruit in that fake grocery store, and I realized that you were a fake friend. And then you said you were gonna blow everybody up just to show what a big guy you are? No friend would blow up another friend's country.
It's true. No friend would blow up another friend's country. That's what we always say.
It's simple, but it's kind of deep, you know?
Randall's really crying too.
I'm really crying right now.
I am too.
I imagine everyone watching this is bawling in tears.
When Tim screams after Franco gets shot is
No,
straight
Dave!
up, I think, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It makes me laugh so hard. Do you think anyone think he's dead?
I can't tell.
I don't know either.
I assume not, but hope so. I mean, that moment...
Part of me likes to think because we did the finger biting, people think he might be dead.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the
'Cause a
end.
part of their
People
brain-
think way more gross shit's gonna happen than I think they're thinking.
Because a part of their brains are like, this has gone crazy.
Yeah. This has gone too far. That would
It's gone
also be too far.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This could have completely gone off the rails.
I think one of those guys went, oh, man.
Yeah.
Bulletproof vest.
Genius!
There was so much debate as to whether or not it should be a white or black bulletproof vest.
I got feisty on that.
I know.
I was pissed off.
It was so silly.
I think in the end, though, it paid off because we got the right color to show the bullet properly.
Yeah, no, I wanted a white one. I was always advocating for a white one.
So I guess I'm telling a story about how I'm a villain.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to your hand? Someone bit my fucking fingers off. That's just like Frodo. Oh, shit.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, end joke.
End joke. That's what I call continuity with a joke. We just cat fools.
Yeah. Some guys got to go.
Some guy got to go. I like this dude. I thought this guy was a great actor.
Yeah.
He only has one line, but I liked him. All this is fake. We're
All the
literally
doors
standing,
are real.
We're standing outside of an ice rink. Remember? We had to stop filming because a kid broke his wrist ice skating. Like they're like 10 feet behind us. There's an ice rink. And a kid broke his wrist. We had to stop filming while they carried him out. This was an idea we added later in the movie because, again, we were worried Randall was too likable.
I think it was Randall's
I think
idea.
it was. We call this always like our Hitler in the bunker scene. Like, yeah, like we're worried that you would just like him too much, and we needed to add something that like really made you hate him. And then that's what, and we thought. Then later is when we thought of the idea of like, he should be getting ready to nuke the whole world, basically, and then you really don't like him no matter what, because no one wants that to happen. Is this shit still going? Yeah. Nice. Going strong.
Guess we should explain the nukes.
Yeah, so we never had it that you actually saw the nukes.
He just said, when I get back, I'm gonna nuke them.
And then Paul Linden, our wonderful visual effects supervisor, and let's give Zine Baker props, our editor, that came up with the idea that they were like, we could actually visually add these nukes getting prepped for launch. And we were like, no fucking way. And they were like, yes fucking way. And so all these like silos opening and shit like that you're about to see, like, that was not even within our heads while we were filming the sequence, which is crazy because when you watch it, it looks like we filmed it planning to do it. And these shots, all this dialogue, all this is like pieced together in post. All this was meant for something else, and we repurposed
Helicopter's real.
The helicopter's real.
Snow's fake.
Snow's fake.
Mountains are real.
Fake. Mountains are real. But we added the idea that you see all these nukes around us after the fact, basically. And they look pretty fucking good.
I just wish there were 7 Jeeps.
Yeah. I know. That was lame of us. We couldn't
We
afford it
didn't have
anymore.
the money, man.
Couldn't afford it.
Don't blame yourself. Blame life.
This stuff looks great, though, I think. Yeah, we filmed all this stuff in 2 days. Which is not a lot of time to film your third act action finale. And we didn't have a second unit. It's not like we film for 2 days and a lot of movies then have another unit of guys who film for 3 weeks and make it look good. We don't have that. We film all this shit. And so it's... this we filmed in a closet at Sony Studios. Yeah, I mean, it was very fast and intense, but it was a lot of fun.
It's loaded! Let's barbecue this motherfucker.
High class joke.
High class joke, Korean barbecue joke. So yeah, the idea that all this is happening, the nukes cutting, was added embarrassingly late in the game.
These sparks, Paul Linden's idea, totally fake.
This
Super
whole
cool.
part, like, it's nice when something looks like exactly how you imagined it looking, and this whole part looks exactly how I imagined. That's all real, I think. Helicopter, all that shit.
Bullets not.
Just all night, like the 4th of July. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go as you're leaving, falling down, down, down. Boom, 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 even brighter than the moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you just have to let it go.
여보세요? 여보세요?
Yes!
Yes! That way. It's an old mining tunnel.
Holy shit, where does that go?
West, away from Pyongyang. Keep moving until you reach the coast. I wish you both luck.
Sound like you're not coming with us.
Yes,
What are you doing?
I have to go to Pyongyang.
That's going right back into the snake pit.
The tunnel that we filmed in was awesome. It was a real tunnel I used to go
I used to
to
go
as
there
a kid.
yeah.
And it's a real giant, like, old mining tunnel. And it was so cool. It felt like we were filming, like, an Indiana Jones type movie. It was really, it was fun.
Yeah, that was... The fact that we went there as kids and we're doing that as adults.
Yeah, it's always fun.
It really makes you think about life.
This dog wouldn't stop licking Franco's face. It was so cute.
Do you remember the time it put its hand on your shoulder?
Yeah. It's a good dog. Hmm.
I'm happy to have met you, Aaron.
It's weird to direct yourself in a romantic scene, but I feel like that's why it's not too gross.
Kept it classy there,
Yeah,
man.
we kept it classy.
It's a nice kiss.
It's like a wedding kiss.
you kissed Nick Kroll more when we were filming promotional
Yeah.
stuff for publicity.
Yeah.
This music is quite pretty.
This music's pretty. This tunnel's nice. I'm happy with how all this turned out. And again, if this music,
that's a good way to exit the world with those thoughts in your head.
This music's pretty. This tunnel's nice. If this movie fails and gets horrible reviews, this whole thing will be embarrassing.
Yeah, in the end, life's pretty embarrassing.
Where are we? I don't know. This China?
It would have been embarrassing anyway. Let us just enjoy the audio commentary.
Yeah, true.
You fucking assholes. You haters.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. You gotta find the sea.
Shit! Protect the body! Stop! It's them!
We added the idea that this was SEAL Team 6 after the fact. That was so stupid of us. We were afraid to hit it too much. That's why we didn't have the North Face jackets and pirate booty too. Like, we didn't even commit to the SEAL Team 6 thing. Like, I think it's because we shot that scene after.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
See?
We went to
the
stage.
danger of improvising a lot.
We went to stage for the last...
Yeah.
Lacey, fancy hearing from you here.
I enjoyed your interview, guys. Try not to fuck up your extraction. Get home safe.
Classic Lacey.
Classic Lacey.
Okay, let's just go. Let's get out. Can we please go? Okay.
All right, here's where we mention Jonathan Karp, music supervisor.
He picked this song. I don't think I'd ever heard this song ever in my life.
I'd heard this song like a few times.
Maybe.
But like, we like to get in there with the music, and you know, he wins a lot of the time, we win a lot of the time, and it's always a big process. This one, he just came in and he was like, behold, boom. And something about this song gets you emotionally in the place where we want you right now.
It's fucking German stadium rock. It's like a German rock ballad.
A mellow
German It's such a funny
rock
era in music, where it's like the German stadium rock. That's what it is. It's great. This was a pretty pretty evening.
Yeah, this is all real.
Yeah, we were gonna film this on a green screen, and then we fought not to, and I'm glad we didn't, because I think it looks a lot prettier this way. The dog was so cute.
Good fucking cause, but she honeypotted me.
But yeah, imagine we were wearing North Face jackets and eating pirate booty, how hard you'd be laughing right now.
Next time.
We blew it. We blew it.
Time travel would make films better.
It's true. The best... we should just added North Face logos to the blankets.
We still could.
No, we can't.
We have several days.
We don't.
If we can get it done today.
If you're watching this and there's North Face logos on that, then we are awesome. If not, we're failures.
And as the North Korean coastline receded in the distance, we heard the crackle of gunfire.
Now, we kind of decided to end on like a slightly poignant note.
It used to be much more poignant, but then we added that final joke.
Yeah.
Once again, based off Jonah.
Of course, in a tale like this.
But, yeah, it's always hard to end a movie. This is the end. We reshot the ending to make it bigger and better. And then that becomes your instinct. Is like, you just end every movie with a big, crazy musical number. But you can't do that.
We could have. We just didn't.
Maybe a few drones.
We still could shoot that.
We could still, yeah. If you're watching this and there's this big, giant musical number following this scene, then we succeeded.
We filmed this in our office.
We did.
Just added it in.
That's my dog, Zelda! Hi! Zelda!
But there was none of that.
I made him a he for the movie. Zelda's a good actor. She's versatile. She plays boy dogs and girl dogs.
Ambiguously adorable.
An Unexpected Journey is the name of the book, which is the name of The Hobbit. The book that Bilbo Baggins is writing, right?
It's all about Lord of the Rings.
Just squeezing as many Lord of the Rings references.
Telling all was just the stupidest thing we could think of.
Yep.
This rad song.
These end credits.
Didn't Lyle Workman do it?
Yeah, Lyle Workman, I think, did this song. Who did the music for Superbad. All right. Well, thanks for watching our audio commentary. Please sit through the whole credits and read everyone's name and think about how hard they worked. Okay? That's the least you could do. Evan Hankey!
James Franco was good, I thought.
I thought he was good. I thought Seth Rogen did a pretty good job.
He was maybe at his finest.
Lizzy Caplan was wonderful.
She was good.
Randall Park deserves an Academy Award.
Yes.
Timothy
They were
Simons
both
and Diana Bang were both
on
stellar.
point.
Francine Mays, there are casting.
I don't know, she didn't do that well.
Henry Jackman's a wonderful man. Jonathan Karp, he drives trains through things.
If I don't say I'm joking Francine and she's listening to this ever,
Francine's
I will get
awesome.
in trouble.
Carla Hetland. Paul Linden, he loves building towers out of blocks.
This always catches me by
And then
surprise.
we destroy the whole world with a nuke. Boom! Bye, guys.